Do you find comparing yourself to others with thoughts like, I wish I were as good as this person at this, or I wish I had the same job, or I wish I had as much progress as I do by this time in my life? I find myself often asking these questions to myself, and I often hear these questions from people in my workshops or from my clients. And it's only human. We grow up in society. When we're growing up, we compare ourselves to others, right? To our siblings, to our schoolmates, then to our co-workers. That's our nature, to compare ourselves. And the thing is, it's all about survival, right? We need to compare ourselves to feel safe to some extent, that we will not be abandoned, that we will be acknowledged and we will have status. The problem is this, is that we are not surviving. We are not in jungle anymore. And this comparison is often toxic for us. Think about it. What do you feel when you have the thoughts like, well, I wish I had what this person had? Right? It's a feeling of lack. It's anxiety. It's feeling of failure sometimes. All this negative juice, right? And it doesn't help. Instead of growing and learning from this person we may admire or not, or we are comparing ourselves to, we just feel miserable often, or semi-miserable. One crucial turnaround thought for me was to realize that, my success shouldn't be relative. It's not relative to others. What I want is to feel accomplished and fulfilled. What I want is to feel love and joy. And that's not relative to others. So a lot of people recognize it, and I hear a lot that, well, Lena, I know it. I want to stop comparing myself to others. So how do I do this? Bad news, there are no silver bullets, and I assume you know that. Good news, it's still possible. We can start breaking this pattern by doing some exercises. And one exercise I offer you is to take a piece of paper and write down the answers or complete the sentences I will be saying now. The first one is, I keep comparing myself to, and write down the name of the persons you're comparing yourself to. The more specific, the better it is. So I keep comparing myself, in my case, to more successful coaches. Then, what I think they have that I think I don't have is, and complete the sentence. So in my case, I think they have more luck, more experience, more skill, whatever, right? And then the next one is, what I feel when doing that is. So what I feel when doing this comparison is frustration, anxiety, resentment, fear, right? It stops me from clear thinking or enjoying what I do. And then the next sentence is, what I really want is. And then you can start writing. What I really want is to enjoy my work, to learn and to grow, to be an excellent coach, to enjoy what I do and be at peace with myself. That's my answers to that question. And then the question is, who would I be without comparing myself like that? Who would I be? Well, in my case, I would be more peaceful. I could be curious instead of jealous. I could be more willing to just do stuff instead of thinking about doing stuff and thinking about doing stuff not as good as somebody else. Right? That's my answers, but please write yours. So these questions are, I keep comparing myself to what I think they have that I don't have, what I really want, or what I feel is what I really want, and who would I be without that comparison? So write down this question, this answer, sorry, and yeah, see what do you see. That's all about raising awareness, and maybe next time you're comparing yourself to somebody else, the memory will pop up. Like, well, you know, what I really want is not this feeling of I'm not good enough, I'm not as good as this person. What I really want is peace of mind. And what I really want is to learn. And the more you do this, the more natural it is for you. So I invite you to do this exercise and see what happens. And feel free to share, put your experience in the chat box, your questions in the chat box, comment section. We don't have chats anymore. Or we do, but doesn't matter really. And see what it does for you. Bye bye, see you next time.